Welcome to Perfect Guardian, and I am going to tell you why drinking too much water can be harmful to your health. So, whenever you disregard your sense of thirst and strive to ingest several glasses of water a day, just because you have been told that doing so is good for your health, you actually put unnecessary strain on your body in two major ways. Ingesting more water than you need can increase your total blood volume, and since your blood volume exists within a closed system, that is your circulatory system, needlessly increasing your blood volume on a regular basis puts unnecessary burden on your heart and blood vessels. Your kidneys must work overtime to filter excess water out of your circulatory system. Your kidneys are not the equivalent of a pair of plumbing pipes, whereby the more water you flush through your kidneys, the cleaner they become. Rather, the filtration system that exists in your kidneys is composed in part by a series of specialized capillary beds called glomeruli. Your glomeruli can get damaged by unnecessary wear and tear over time, and drowning your system with large amounts of water is one of many potential causes of said damage. Putting unnecessary burden on your cardiovascular system and your kidneys by ingesting unnecessary water is a subtle process. For the average person, it is virtually impossible to know that this burden exists, as there are usually no obvious symptoms on a moment to moment basis. But make no mistake about it, this burden is real and can hurt your health over the long term. Now, forcing your bodies to accept a large amount of water within a short period of time, say an hour or two, as several contestants did during the Hold Your V for V contest, can be fatally dangerous to your health. Now, if you force large amounts of water into your system over a short period of time, your kidneys will struggle to eliminate enough water from your system to keep the overall amount at a safe level. As your circulatory system becomes diluted with excess water, the concentrations of electrolytes in your blood will drop relative to the concentration of electrolytes in your cells. In an effort to maintain an equal balance of electrolytes between your blood and your cells, water will seep into your cells from your blood, causing your cells to swell. Now, if this swelling occurs in your brain, you will experience increased intracoronal pressure. That is, your brain will get squeezed because the flat bones that make up your skull don't provide much give. Depending on how much water you drink in a short period of time, you could experience a wide variety of symptoms, ranging from a mild headache to impaired breathing. As occurred in the tragic water drinking contest where one mother and one son died, it's quite possible to die if you drink enough water in a short period of time. This information is particularly important for parents to pass on to their children. Foolish drinking contests are not common among high school and university students, especially while playing cards. So, how much water should you drink to best support your health? The answer depends on your unique circumstances, including your diet, exercise habits, and environment. If you eat plenty of foods that are naturally rich in water, such as vegetables, fruits, and cooked legumes and whole grains, you may not need to drink much water at all. If you do not use much or any salt and other seasoning, your need for drinking water goes down even further. Conversely, if you do not eat a lot of plant foods or you add substantial salt and spices to your meals, you may need to drink several glasses of water every day. Regardless of what your diet looks like, if you sweat on a regular basis because of exercise or a warm climate, you will need to supply your body with more water than someone who does not sweat regularly. Ultimately, the best guidance I can provide on this issue is to follow your sense of thirst. Some people believe that thirst is not a reliable indicator of how much water you need. Since many people suffer from symptoms related to dehydration and don't seem to feel a need to drink water on a regular basis. My experience has been that most people who are chronically dehydrated have learned to ignore a parched mouth. If you ask such people if they are thirsty and would like a piece of fruit or a glass of water, they will almost realize that they are indeed thirsty. Some people suggest observing the color of your urine as a way of looking out for dehydration. The idea is that clear urine indicates that you are well hydrated, while yellow urine indicates that you need more water in your system. While this advice is somewhat useful, it's important to remember that some food additives and heavily pigmented food can add substantial color to your urine. Thumbs down for synthetic nutrients and thumbs up for red beets and other richly colored vegetables and fruits. The main idea that I want to share through this video is to be aware of mindlessly drinking several glasses of waters per day without considering your diet, exercise habits, climate and sense of thirst. And when you do find yourself in need of water, remember that you can get it from liquids, whole foods that are rich in water. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel and please comment.